Okay, so this is an important question. How do I really be a balanced, inwardly strong, high-value woman? Remember, I got to use the high-value woman in my titles, because otherwise the algorithm doesn't know how to index me, and then my videos will just float around, and it won't reach anybody. So I have to play the game a little bit. But true high-value woman, all that means is you basically recognize your true inner value, which transcends, supersedes materialistic value, how you look on the outside, value, do you have a job and make a bunch of money and your status, all that. That's superficial value. It doesn't mean anything. It's cool, enjoy, if that's what life has given you. But if you really base your value on that, it's not valuable. So the real value is when you become more inwardly connected with your true self. That power starts to come through, bleed through into your normal human life, and then your actions, reactions, your unselfishness, your desire and willingness to serve, to have compassion for guys and girls, all that becomes automatically when you're high value inside. How to do that? Can you go to a class and learn? They write on the chalkboard, do this and that, value yourself. No. Where do you get the power? The power comes from inside. How does that power get activated? The mind can't learn this. This power is beyond mind. So there's no techniques that can do that. This is already in you. You can't learn something that's already you. So the real question, how does that get activated and revealed? You got to see my other channel. This is why I made other channels, because I can't talk about it all in one channel, because well, number one, the algorithm won't understand. It has to focus on one niche, number one. Number two, I feel by having a few other channels, it keeps things organized. So my other channel, Transcending Shadows, means that we're looking at lifestyle habits, healthy lifestyle habits, and how to grow spiritually via constructing our life, our aspects of our life in a healthy, balanced way. Because then that is going to activate this spiritual nature. For example, I used to want to be aware of my spiritual nature when I was, 16, 15. It really started to hit me, because I stopped all the drugs and alcohol at that point, and I was with myself, and I'm really discontent. Spiritual books, okay. But I was still living a lifestyle that was debaucherous. It wasn't conducive for growing spiritually or recognizing my value, because I was still looking at things on the internet that was giving me a dopamine hit and exciting things. I still wanted to, I was addicted to excitement. I wanted excitement. Just give me some excitement. I was a dopamine addict, and I still liked to I was just always so addicted to trying to get attention from girls. Super addicted to that. A lot of girls are addicted to trying to get attention from guys. Okay. That habit of being addicted to attention, that blocks access to this true inner power that deep inside you want to experience, because deep inside that's who you really are. God put that instinct in us to want to live in the fullest version of ourselves. But to make the game interesting, he also put in these, you can say, habits and lower level nature and defects of character that eclipse our higher nature. This is the game we're involved in. This is life. So you have to start looking and doing introspection to see, what are you doing in your life that's making you so-called low value? Because that's covering up your high valueness. You got to have enough self-honesty and introspective ability to want to look at these things. Now, you can't be perfect though. So what does it mean? Like once, see, people don't want to be honest because they're afraid like they're going to see too many things. They're like, man, I'm really messed up. It doesn't matter. Just look at everything. Who cares? Don't take it personal. Your true nature is divine. Okay? This human personality self isn't perfect. Like God knows that. We all know that. So we just make a start. You just make a list of all the things that are blocking your highest potential, you can say, and you start to become more aware. Become more aware of it. Surround yourself also around higher company, higher level, who aren't doing these things, these little addictive low-level things that you might be doing, so that then that rubs off on you. You get a transmission of their energy, starts to bring you up higher. And then you start to experience that same energy that they're experiencing because it's already in you. It just has to be activated. Now, if you can't find any higher level people, which I can understand, then you have to start, like, you got to talk to God. You have to talk to this higher power in you and ask it, what can I do? Is there anything I can do to help ignite this higher nature in me that wants to be expressed, but somehow it's just kind of sleeping? And then let intuition guide you. It will guide you what to do. It will guide you. It will create certain situations and circumstances in your life that if you're conscious, you'll notice, and those things will help accelerate this journey into becoming the high value feminine self that you are. And then you start looking at diet, you start looking at your relationships, you start looking at your environment, you start looking at what you're doing on the weekend, you start looking at your habits and addictions, etc. You start looking at all that, and something inside becomes willing to, you can say, allow a transformation to happen. Because the two don't go together. You can't be like a high value spiritual being. You can't be your higher self if we're not willing to transcend, you can say, our lower nature. The two have to go together. You got to look at all aspects of your life. This is a full spectrum ordeal that we're embarking on. That's why these classes and stuff you go to, like, it's so one-dimensional. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? It's like, oh yeah, just take a pill, or I'll just learn this technique, and then that's going to bring me into my divine nature. No, it just doesn't work like that. You have to be willing to transform your life, and then this divine nature automatically shines through. It's just automatic. You don't even know what happened. It just starts shining through. You just find yourself less selfish, less affected by stupid things guys do, because you're connected to a deeper power inside your being. It's like you and that power are married. You're walking together. It's invisible. Nobody can see it, but you feel it. People can recognize it in you. This is the true feminine power that you want to become aware of. So you start. Just make a start. All right? And leave me any questions you have. All right. See you.